Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my home in Livingston, Montana. Okay, I'm going to try to make this video just as short as I can because I don't need to get all that long-winded. Okay, for reference purposes, it is Tuesday, January 29th of 2019, and I've got 1:37 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, here in the next, starting as of right now to the next 72 hours or whatever have you, there's a severe cold front coming down from the Arctic called a Polar Vortex. And it's going to be affecting mostly the mid part of the United States, the upper Midwestern states, and, the eastern seaboard. I think a lot of this cold mass is going to miss Montana, but whatever here. But you people that are out there in them areas, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa, and all these places that are going to get hit, don't you be no fools. Me being a Montanan, I have been out in sub-zero weather lots of times in my day. And I can just tell you one thing, you can die very quickly and very painfully from this thing called hypothermia. So what you want to do before this polar vortex hits and everything is fill your vehicle up. Find your warm clothes. Do whatever you got to do to stay warm, this kind of stuff. Anything that you can think of so you can ride this deal out. Because it's my understanding from watching the news feed on my iPhone today that there's some places that it's going to hit 80 below. I doubt very seriously if there's a whole bunch of people that are watching this video, all two of you, or however many people watch this video, you don't even know what 80 below is. The coldest I've ever done anything is 50 below. I had to do some mechanic work. This was back in 1997, I want to say. The wife and I had one vehicle to our name at that time. I owned a 1986 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. The battery was dead, and this was in the middle of the winter. The battery was dead. I had a leaking fuel line. I needed to replace the fuel pump, and it was 50 degrees below zero. All of that stuff was something that normally, for an old retired mechanic like me, would only taken me about an hour to do in warm weather. But it took me 3 hours to do all that work because when it gets really, really cold, your circulation slows down and all this other stuff. And you don't move as fast as you should be. Your brain slows down and all this other stuff. The second coldest thing that I've ever done in my life, I've done lots of things that have been very, very cold. But the second coldest thing I've ever done was ice fished, trout fishing up at a place called Hebgen Lake in West Yellowstone, Montana. I fished for 6 hours and it was 46 degrees below zero. And believe you me, when I come off that ice with my little bucket full of trout, I could barely talk. So like I say, don't you be no damn fool with this polar vortex. Do whatever you got to do to protect yourself. And don't take this stuff lightly. But the best thing you can do, if you don't have to go outside and you don't got to do a bunch of stuff outside, well, just stay indoors. I might make one other note here, before I close this file out. 2 weeks ago, I made a video about how I felt that the weather in the United States was completely backwards and all that kind of stuff. And of course, naturally, I've got less than 200 views on that video, but this only proves what I've been trying to say. I know dang well for the last 10, 15 years that I have sensed and felt and I've known that the weather has changed. Out here in Montana, I've noticed the weather keeps getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And when you live in a cold weather state like Montana and you're a native of the state of Montana, hey, I'm not one of these persons that just buries my head in the sand and ignores this fact. I'm one of these people that absolutely believe that the weather is, I'm not going to say it's being manipulated, but I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't being manipulated. But I definitely believe in global warming. I definitely believe in I believe that our weather has been changed due to pollution. Mankind has done nothing but destroy this earth and pollute it in every other blasted thing. Okay, I'm way off the subject here. But when it, like I say, when it comes to this polar vortex, for you people that are out there in the Midwest or the upper Midwest, I'd take care. Fill up your cars with gas, get out your warm clothes, do whatever you got to do. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you on down the trail.